Happy Friday, friends. I'm Malika Andrews, and we have a busy Emirates NBA Cup slate tonight. There is so much at stake, and we start with the Golden State Warriors. We got to say it again, right? They can clinch West Group C with a win over the Pelicans and a Nuggets loss to the Dallas Mavericks here. So let's take a look over at East Group C, shall we? Because the Hawks, they look to remain undefeated in group play with a win in Chicago. Meanwhile, the Celtics have a key game at Washington. It could be important for their scoring differential, but nothing is more important than
staying alive, staying alive.
I know the song too.
That's what this team are trying to do. Memphis, New Orleans, Washington, Philadelphia. That's the tune they're all going to be listening to because they are facing possible elimination tonight. You heard their angelic voices. Now you get to see their faces. Brian Windhorst, Shanae Agumake. My sister is matching with me
today. We are complimenting each other as always.
Kendrick Perkins here as well. Before we look ahead, it's blinding. It is truly blinding.
Gorgeous.
Let's take a pit stop, though, before we look ahead to last night in Los Angeles, because we had a wild finish in Crypto.com Arena. I think the moral of the story is practice your free throws.
Yes.
That is what the Lakers were preaching last night. LeBron James, Paolo Banchero, remember, on the bench for this one. Yeah, speaking of bling, LeBron James driving.
Come on.
Throwing it down on Jonathan Isaac.
You need to stop that, L. I mean, damn.
Jonathan Isaac is one of the best basket defenders in the league, by the way.
Doesn't matter, Wendy. It does not matter. That's the king.
When your bench is reacting like that, too. And then about a minute later, Jalen Suggs
really elevated his game last night to a high level. Elevated his game since Paolo Banchero been out. That's why he got paid the big bucks.
If we're going to talk about elevating game, hello, Franz Wagner.
It was really those two that led the way for Orlando in this one. So let's go ahead to the fourth quarter. 8.5 left to play. The Lakers down by 1 here. LeBron hits the catch.
It's not fair. He's like, okay, the ladder of my career, I'm just going to become a sniper.
And he said, you know what? I'm going to prove that that's not a fluke.
Where are you guys?
On the pick. Dropping on the pick.
Mistake.
He's going to hit it again. The Lakers take the lead 101-98. 7.5 to play here. LeBron again.
Range.
Oh, you're not losing a game LeBron's playing like this.
Well,
you're not
never, right?
Well, Lakers up by 2. What were you saying about Wagner, Chene?
Yeah, elevating his game. Now it's become a shootout.
And so it's a 1-point game. Watch Anthony Davis here. Attacking, can't get it to go, but LeBron James.
How bad do you want it?
You're
Those
not
are the
losing
plays.
a game where LeBron's playing like this.
Grabbing old boards, knocking down threes.
What about a game when Jalen Suggs is missing like that, but then you have an outlet
Risky.
pass?
I said you're not losing a game where LeBron's playing like this.
LeBron putting on the goggles, making sure you see that vision. So here, Anthony Davis would get sent to the free throw line. He missed the first one, so now he's missed 2 of his last 3 free throws after making the 9 previous ones. He misses.
He did not want to be short. That's why he shot it so long.
Watch AD on defense here. He lets the switch go awfully easy.
So Cam Reddish is now on Wagner. What were you
Buckets.
saying about not being able to lose games like this?
Look, that's just a great shot. I mean, but AD, that's obviously their scheme. They wanted him to switch, but that left him with a smaller defender.
I love that. The Orlando Magic now, they lead by 1. 2.5 seconds left. Final chance for LA. Davis off the mark. Here's what it sounded like in Orlando's locker room after the game. What a great moment for the Orlando Magic, but Franz Wagner wasn't done. He still needed to speak with reporters. Here's what he had to say.
At first I had AD on me, and then we found a way to, switch that matchup a little bit. And, they were set up pretty well. So I didn't really see any driving lane, and I think in those moments you don't really think too much. But guess I made a good call.
I didn't want to cut and mess up his spacing, so I just stared at him. I said, "Bud, you got to hit it." Man, he got to his bag, stepped back, shot the rainbow, and it went in. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. That's like a movie moment.
It's time to go in the bonus on the surging Orlando Magic because Franz Wagner has been on a heater since Paolo Banchero went down, leading the Magic with 25 points, 6 assists per game. And last night he joined Penny Hardaway and Tracy McGrady as the only Magic players with 35 points and 10 dimes in a game. Now, Orlando has won 7 of its last 8, all without Banchero. That's in large part due to the stifling defense. It ranks 3rd in the NBA for the 2nd straight season, and by being elite at limiting opponents' three-point shooting, ending possessions with defensive rebounds. Perk, there's so much that is exciting about this young Magic team. What excites you the most?
Well, one, we need more games from Orlando Magic to be seen like this, under the microscope, and these players need to be seen more. Right, this team is 10-7, okay, without their best player. If they had their best player, one could argue and say that they could be 14-3. You see, I did my math.
Good job. Well done, sir.
But anyway, here we are. Why are we not talking about this team being legit threats in the Eastern Conference? This is the same young squad that added a Caldwell Pope, took them from Denver, that took the Cavs to 7 games last season.
There were people talking about the Magic in the offseason. They were talking that they might have overpaid Franz Wagner. They gave him a 5-year full max, $224 million. And then people were thinking, I don't know if he had a great year last year. He struggled shooting three-pointers, struggled at the end of that series with Cleveland. They gave him this contract. Guess who's laughing now? Because he has been awesome this season.
Yeah.
That contract looks good. It's going to continue to look good if he keeps playing like this. And this injury has only enabled him to build up his confidence.
Perk, I think with that kind of contract, he could afford the bling.
The
around
bling
your neck.
around
Well, I mean, I actually bought this in 2011, so I afforded this with the contract I had at the time.
Yeah, the best case scenario for a player when you give them that type of money for something that's expensive to really look like a discount. That's how well Franz Wagner has been playing. Y'all, he was, is it reigning Eastern Conference Player of the Week, right?
Yep.
For a reason. They're missing 29 and 8 from Paolo Banchero, and still they're able to beat the Lakers, who previously were unbeaten at home.
Yep.
Y'all, I don't think people understand. This is a largely defensive team. This is a team that tends to struggle with the three-point shooting. They're worse than the league in three-point percentage. But when it came to closing time, Franz was great shooting the ball. They're turning a quarter with their offense, and they absolutely, with this win, put the league on.
The Lakers, they lost a close game. It was sealed by those missed free throws, although LeBron